Attorney General William Barr testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee today about the release of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia report.
Well, some senators and 2020 Democratic presidential contenders are calling on Barr to resign, saying he misled the public. Nicole Killian has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Senate Democrats ripped into the Attorney General over his handling of the Mueller report.
You put the power and authority of the Office of the Attorney General and the Department of Justice behind a public relations effort to help Donald Trump protect himself.
William Barr told the Senate Judiciary Committee Wednesday he did not exonerate President Trump on the obstruction of justice question.
And we concluded that the evidence developed during the special counsel's investigation was not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense.
Senators also questioned Barr about a newly revealed letter. In it, Special Counsel Robert Mueller scolded Barr about his 4-page summary of the report on Russian interference in the 2016 election.
My understanding was his concern was not the accuracy of the statement of the findings in my letter, but that he wanted more out there to provide additional context.
In a radio interview, President Trump praised Barr's performance on Capitol Hill.
I heard that the Attorney General was really solid and did a great job today.
Late in the day, Barr said he will not appear as scheduled before the House Judiciary Committee Thursday. The Justice Department cited a dispute over who would do the questioning.
Do you really need committee lawyers to ask questions tomorrow? I mean, do you think that's one of the reasons why he's not coming?
I think that is the reason he's not coming. He is terrified. He is terrified of having to face a skilled attorney.
Chairman Jerry Nadler says he is now considering holding Barr in contempt of Congress if he doesn't comply with his committee's request. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The House Judiciary Committee wants Special Counsel Robert Mueller to testify on May 15th.